Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back with you guys on the video about the Celtics and the five-game win streak that they've been on, um, which has been huge. They're finally starting to play defense again. Um, and I'm going to talk to you guys about Avery Bradley's impact since he's come back, and just the team in general. So let's just get right into it. First of all, I think Avery Bradley has been a huge reason why we've won the five games. I honestly didn't think he was going to have this much of an impact when he came back, but he has. He's really elevated everybody else to play defense. Um, and Avery Bradley's just a great defender. He's a great on-the-ball defender. Not many guys in today's league can play really great defense like he does. He just works so hard. I really love Avery Bradley. I love what he brings to the table and what he brings to this team. He's made everybody play better. And the Celtics are finally starting to play, together. They're finally starting to figure it out. And I know it's only five games, and I know it's a long season, but five games is five games. And if they can just ride this momentum out and just continue to play defense like they have past five games, good Celtic defense like they used to, then I think this team can potentially make it to the fourth, fifth seed in the East. Um, you know, it's nice to see guys step up, especially Jared Sullinger, um, who I think was really overlooked in the draft. Obviously, people didn't think he was going to have a big impact because of his back problems he had in college. But Danny always does a great job of drafting young guys. And I think Jared Sullinger has been, another guy that's just elevated his game. I don't think a lot of people thought he would have the impact that he's had, or be playing at the level that he is. Obviously, he's an excellent rebounder, plays good defense, can score inside, and he just works hard. Um, obviously, he's kind of like um, a better Glenn Davis, I guess you could say. But I mean, the only knock I have against Sullinger is I think he does need to get in shape. I think if he loses about, I don't know, 20, 15 pounds maybe, just tries to lose some weight to get some speed. I think he's going to be, like a great player for years to come. Like I'm 3, 4 years down the road, I could see this guy, I'm going to, a couple All-Star games, being a starter, maybe after Garnett retires. So I think he's been another guy that's been a huge impact. Has definitely stepped his game up majorly, and he's been a good piece for this team. I thought that Jason Terry stepped his game up. He's starting to score. He's starting to shoot at a higher percentage over these last five games. Um, I also think that Courtney Lee has definitely stepped it up. Obviously, he's still at some points just struggles to score, but he does play really good defense, which is nice. I still think that this team needs another big. I know Danny was saying, I think at a press conference not too long ago, that he was content with the roster. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm content. I mean, I like the roster we have. I just think we need to get, another big guy that can play, good defense, rebound, can score. Which I think, which is what this team is lacking, is size. Obviously, um, you know, um, Jeff Green to me is a small forward. I don't think he's a power forward. He's kind of too long and lanky. And Brandon Bass isn't really that big for a power forward. He's only 6'8", and Jared Sullinger's only 6'9", but he's a really good rebounder. And then we have Jason Collins, who's somewhat good. He's a good rebounder. He's a good defender for this team. Um, I know people or someone had mentioned in one of my last videos I made about Anderson Varejao. If the Celtics were to get him, um, I mean, the only problem with that is I feel like we would have to give up a lot just to get him. I don't think Cleveland's just going to give him away because he's a huge part of their team. Obviously he's a great defender, great rebounder, can score. I mean, he's a really good passer. So I mean, he's kind of a complete package for a power forward. But he would definitely be, a huge piece if we got him. But I think we probably have to give up probably two, maybe three good players just to get him. I know I had mentioned about trading Courtney Lee, which I'm still for 100%. And I wouldn't really rule out trading Brandon Bass either. I know he got a contract extension, but I mean, I think he's been playing well, but I thought he would be, a bigger part of the team than what he is right now. Um, so maybe trade him. I would say keep Jeff Green, but I wouldn't rule out trading him either. I know Leonardo Barbosa. I like what he brings to the table. I say you keep him. Don't trade Sullinger, but I know his name's been thrown around a lot lately, just because of the way he's been playing. But I mean, I don't think they're going to trade him because I think he's, the power forward for the future for this team. And I've also heard Rajon Rondo's name thrown around in there, and I wouldn't really rule out Rondo as a trade piece. I mean, I know he's kind of, the future of the team. He got that big contract extension. Um, I think he's here for 2 or 3 more years, I think, maybe more, maybe I'm not remembering it. But at times, Rondo's a great point guard, and then at times it's just like, like what is he doing? I mean, Rondo could be one of the best on-ball defenders when he wants to be. Lately he's obviously been playing good defense, but I mean, at some points, kind of earlier in the year, he wasn't really playing good defense. He really wasn't being the leader of this team. He was kind of just going back to let Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, kind of run the offense and let them do their thing. Um, and obviously, Doc and Danny have, high expectations for Rondo, as I do. And I think he's gonna, be a good leader for this team, hopefully, after Garnett and Pierce retire. But I mean, it's just I'm sometimes just, I mean, the things that Rondo do drive me crazy. Instead of just taking the shot, he'd rather pass it. I mean, but he's been getting better about that, of just taking the jump shot instead of just passing it. Just driving and then passing it, throwing it away. But and then I mean, he's always trying to look for the big steal and try to run the break. Rather than just playing good on the ball defense. I wouldn't say trade him, but if the right offer comes up, I mean, I know this sounds crazy, and I love Rondo, but to me, if we could get, I don't know, anywhere a guy like Chris Paul or something like that, I mean, if a deal ever came up like that, then I would do it. Or if we get, a bunch of players or we get a big out of it, then, a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, which I heard was being floated around, Rondo for Cousins, but I don't think the Kings are going to trade him anyway, even though Danny's really persistent about potentially getting Cousins. Um, you know, I mean, we'll see what happens. I know that sounds crazy, for a Celtics fan. I've loved Rondo and what he's done for this team, but I certainly wouldn't rule out that Danny in the back of his mind wouldn't think about trading him. Maybe not this season, maybe the next couple seasons. But we'll see what happens. I mean, the team's playing good right now, so maybe we'll just ride this momentum out. But I definitely think they have to make a move before the deadline happens and get another big. But we'll see what Danny does. He always has, something up his sleeve. But I've been happy with this team. They won 5 in a row. They're putting it on the line tonight against the Bobcats. So we'll see how that goes. But let me know what you guys think. You guys think that Avery Bradley's impact has been huge, or do you think the team has just finally woken up and said, we have to start playing defense and start winning games? Um, all right, that's about it. That's all I got. Leave comments, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.